I wore this for my fans.
I hate it.
I know you do, but they're gonna be like, "Oh, look, he's a copycat. He's doing it because he's this. He's that." I did it because I love y'all, and I'm gonna give y'all a reason to talk about me.
This is choking me. Sorry. Okay.
Just joking. Anyway, no, I'm not actually. That's why I did it. But new setup. Probably see through my glasses. 1 screen, 2 screen. I think it's good. Can y'all hear me?
Cool.
I hope. I hope you can hear me. Awesome. Awesome. Let's see if y'all can see it through my. So I have a curved screen there.
I can see the chat over here, and he can see it there, or I can see it there, whichever. I can actually see it now. So
Got it. Got it actually working. Got that stream deck working. Got that working. Got that camera working. Very happy.
Knock on wood. It's all working.
Turning in from New Jersey Sound is good. Oh, let's see here. Cam is the new pirate. I am. I will be pirate. I will be. Oh, what will they call me? Crack Barrow.
So Jack Sparrow.
They'll call me Crack Barrow. That's okay. That'll be. I'll make a video about it tomorrow. It gives me something to do. Anyway, how's everybody doing?
Thank you, guys.
Since your glasses are reflecting what's on your screen, that's awesome. I want y'all to see it.
I have hair in my mouth. It's probably cat hair.
So tonight, what I'm gonna do is we've held a lot of stuff back, and if law enforcement doesn't want to listen and they don't want to take it seriously, we'll talk about it, and hopefully somebody out here will listen and take it seriously. You going Johnny Depp, Cam? Maybe.
Your haircut is growing out fine.
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
Dude, my hair grows so fast.
It does. It's crazy.
Cracking ass.
I didn't realize how much my hair had grown until I looked back at our first videos, and I was like, man, my hair was short then.
Look how much that's grown out on the sides.
I know.
It's crazy.
Our son's hair grows just as fast.
Was who sick?
I was sick.
She was.
I've took 2 COVID tests this week. I don't know what's wrong with me. I've had a stuffy nose and congestion and a cough, and I don't know. I've just not felt good for days.
I found some stuff to clear up about the barrel situation we talked about when Harsh was on. I made a video about it to play tonight. I put in that USB that has everything on it. So we're going to look at a lot of stuff. And if it takes a while, it takes a while. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's just however however long it takes us to get through it. Yes, I do cut my own hair. And I made that bald fade actually turn out pretty good, didn't I?
It did.
Even though I
chewed my out though.
Yeah, I chewed my scalp up with them things though. But it feels better now. Stitching Bitchin' and True Crime wants to know, what hair products do you use? Allie? Well, I use. No, I'm just playing.
I just use whatever we have at the time.
No,
I don't put
get
much
all
on my
that
hair.
extra stuff.
No, I don't get extra stuff for my hair.
Fab Fit Fun and all that.
Yeah, I don't get hair products in that.
Oh. 3 negative COVID tests and a 4-plex was negative. Still sick.
That's how I've been.
It's insane. So I'm going to see where we're going to get started tonight.
I don't know what we're doing.
I fixed some things. I want to see if this will actually work. So I'm going to pull something up real quick. I want to try this. Let's see if it actually played. Oh, I got my cussing bleeper. Did y'all hear it? Let's see. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Why does she do that? Does she think you just have
attention?
It is. It has to be.
She just hopes that they'll hear her.
It is. That's exactly what it is. So if anybody ever comes up here and it says a dirty word now, I got them. Can y'all hear that? Please tell me you can hear that, because I want to know if I got this stuff fixed. Is that crickets? If it'll go off. Can y'all hear that? Nope, don't bleep the wordy dirts. And then we got... I do not know why I put that one on there.
I don't either. Is that the one that's up here?
Just dropping the bass. Anyway. I had to play with it for a second. Sorry.
I know. It's just funny.
Let's see what the... Oh, yeah, I got this too for... Let's see if it puts it in the chat. Did it? What did it just do? Oh, it's playing the live when I hit that button. My bad.
Okay.
Now I just learned how that works. Anyway, so we'll get started. I was going to let everybody get a chance to get in here for a minute before they say anything. Here's my eyes.
Yeah, I think you should take the glasses off.
I'm not going to.
They're distracting people.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
There.
Thank you.
They're distracting you.
They're distracting me.
10-4, good buddy. Hear you loud and clear. Over. I about put a scanner thing on here. Cam's got a new toy. That's right. I just actually learned how to use it. It's the only thing. So we're gonna play this real quick, and y'all will know where I'm going with this, hopefully.
It was search and rescue. And
Okay.
he was called out there with a...
Yes, tell us about
Hold on.
her getting tired.
What's happening?
Search and rescue. And
Can y'all hear that?
There with a cadaver dog.
Okay, yes, tell us about that because we had a
Got
lot
there.
of questions about the dog.
When he
Can they
got
hear
there,
that?
There were no 55-gallon
I don't
drums on the
know.
property.
Really?
Really.
We can't.
And so I haven't been able to establish a time.
Here we go. Microphone array and okay. There's that mic check. That's where
Yeah, they can hear it.
they can hear that. We can't.
Yeah, and we can't.
Okay. Well, we're just gonna have to try it. Then here we go.
Timeline as far as when each individual was out of the property, but obviously there was one point where there were 55-gallon drums, and then they were gone within just a couple of days afterwards.
Okay,
So
this is fascinating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seriously, Justin, because this is stuff that it's new to me. Now, I'm not saying it's new to every person on this platform.
Yeah.
But that is the first I've heard, and I have been there and I've dug into this, not as deeply as maybe some of my friends have, but I've not heard that, and I thank you for sharing that. It's
All
really
right, so
fascinating.
to tell you who these people are, this is where we had the discussion with Harsh about the barrels. And this is where all that came from with the barrels. And then he goes a little bit further to talk about cadaver dogs and alleged search and rescue person up there on the property. Why we can't hear it, I don't know. But that's...
We couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, we can't hear anything. But I'm going to finish playing it.
Let me ask you this. and I don't want to be leading, but there's really no way to ask this kind of question without it being sort of leading. But any thoughts on trafficking being a possibility?
That was one of the possibilities, either directly or being involved with the trafficking trade.
That's my personal,
Yes.
me personally, and I only speak for myself, not any of my friends that are creators or anything like that.
That was brought up
I have
in the
felt that
conversations
in my gut from the beginning, but
with the law enforcement officer. That was definitely one of the avenues they were looking at.
in the conversation you had,
Yes, very specifically, apparently there is some kind of ties between trafficking and family history, without getting into it.
people,
Like that.
I don't want to be right, but
that is a topic. So either the idea is she was taken for trafficking, or something was owed to the traffickers, or there was a debt that had to be paid, or something like that.
And that is
Summer got caught up in it.
that's just my personal feelings. That just gives me the willing.
Is it over? Okay. Okay. So I can't hear anything. I don't understand
I was
why.
trying to hear on my phone, but
I think it has some. Hold on one second, guys. I have to take care of something with my children. They are fighting with each other in there.
That's all they do nowadays. They're just at that age.
Here, so you take it over for just a second.
Anyway, yeah, our children are just at that age where they're 6 and 8, getting ready to be 7 and 9, and that's all they do. They fight, but they love each other, so oh well. I don't know what was said on that because I hadn't seen it yet, and I was trying to listen on my phone while it was playing because we couldn't hear anything on this side. So I don't know what was said on that. So we'll have to wait and see what he says. Sorry, I'm trying to look through chat. Because I don't know what to say about that because, like I said, I don't know anything about it.
Hey, Ray.
Talking about that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't understand that. That's weird. I can hear it all day long, but not now.
Now it's playing.
It's all right. I can fix it real quick. I think it has something to do with this right here. So let's see.
Was search and rescue. And
Okay.
he was called out
Okay.
there with the cadaver dog.
Okay, yes, tell us about that because we had a
Stuff
lot of
there.
questions about the dogs.
When he got there were no 55-gallon drums on the property.
It's okay. I'll fix it.
Really?
And so I haven't been able to establish a
Yeah,
timeline
headphones
as
to put on
far
to
as
hear it.
when each individual was out of the property.
I don't.
But obviously there was one point
I
where
don't
there
think
were
it has
55
anything to do with that.
gallon
It's
drums,
where
and then
it was working
they were
fine. You
gone
heard it
just a couple of
earlier.
days afterwards.
Yeah, it's been working all day.
Okay,
So
this is fascinating.
yeah, absolutely.
Seriously, Justin, because this
Who are
is
these
stuff
people?
that he's new to me. Now,
So
I'm not
this
saying
is
to every person on this platform, but that is the first I've heard.
True
I have been there, and
I'll have to look it up for you guys real quick. Maybe we'll just share the screen and we'll do it that way.
Yeah, because that's
But
obviously it works for them, but not for us.
So we'll do it that way, I guess.
Yeah, you guys can hear it. We can't. So it's just playing on Arian, just the video.
Let me find the video real quick.
Pink Dahlia.
Okay, hi guys, how's it going today?
That works.
Yeah, hold on.
As you well know, I'm down in Paris, Tennessee with a bunch of friends, made a new one. This is my friend Justin. And we were talking about Tennessee, about cryptids and stuff. And we got on the topic of Gatlinburg and Rogersville and Summer Wells. And Justin just said he had a few things interesting things about the case that he wanted to share. And I did not even begin to ask. I said, can we record? He said, sure. So here we go. Justin, share with us what your thoughts are on Summer Wells, Rogersville, just the entire
So I used
scenario.
to live up in Rogersville, so
Okay.
I know the area. The last conference I was at in Townsend, Tennessee, afterwards, a lot of us went out to eat. And during the course of the conversation, the gentleman and his wife at the table behind us started asking us questions about what was going on. And I started talking to him. Come to find out, the gentleman was a law enforcement officer who had been called in to assist for the Summer Wells case.
Okay.
And I won't say, what department he was with or what
That's
what
okay.
agency,
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
but he was telling me that it was very suspicious. But there was a lot of focus on the family of
Yes.
what happened.
Mhm.
And without getting into the crazy details of it, the general consensus is the family was involved somehow, whether directly or indirectly. They know what's going on. There were some discrepancies about what they were allowed to search for and what they weren't allowed to search for, as far as one of the big things is apparently on the property there was a lot of 55-gallon barrel drums
Really?
on the property, and then
All right, that part right there, what they're going to get into, there was not a lot of them. Just to see, there was the red barrel we've all seen in the video.
Mhm.
There was trash burning barrels, like one or two over there. And then we found out early 2022 in February or March about the ones in the basement. So I don't know where that's coming from, and I'm not calling anybody a liar or anything. Maybe law enforcement knew that beforehand and we didn't see that. I'm just reiterating that fact.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll keep on.
in their search warrant, they were supposed to be allowed to search them, but word came down from higher up that they were not allowed to search the barrels at all.
Okay, folks, I'm getting chills on my arms, and it is 100 degrees here. So that's new information. That's,
Yep.
or at least to
That
me,
was not released at all.
I don't recall any of us talking about that. We've
So-
talked about mines. We've talked about abandoned wells,
Mhm.
sheds, many things. 55-gallon drums being on the
So
warrant, and okay, that's interesting. Thank you
apparently
for
what the
sharing.
drums were was when the family would use the restroom, they would use 5-gallon buckets and then empty the 5-gallon buckets
Not
into
shocked,
the
but
drums.
okay.
Right, septic issues. I mean, it happens.
Well, and the more you know.
Okay, I think she's in here. America True Crime. I think you shared this too. It was just toilet paper. They couldn't flush.
Right.
They weren't using the bathroom in 5-gallon buckets. That, I don't know where that came from. I'm not, like I said, I'm not calling anybody a liar. I just know what the truth was. He would have to burn it, the paper. You can ask Ben and Keys about that. He actually witnessed it and had a hard time going to the bathroom in there because they had to not flush the toilet paper. They had to throw it away. Now, the barrels in the basement were used as food storage, cellar and we're going to show that on a map.
The
I'm gonna
basement in the shed.
basement on the gray shed with the gray siding, the actual 110 Ben Hill Road address. That's on that shed. Okay, we're gonna finish listening to this.
Oh, about the household thing. Okay,
Yes,
anyway.
yes, right.
Whatever, I'm not trying to be judged.
No, it just is what it is.
It is what it is.
But that's what the 55-gallon drums supposedly
Right.
were the repositories of all their
Okay.
waste.
Instead of just dumping it in the woods.
Instead of just dumping in the woods,
Okay.
they put them in these
Let's
barrels.
save it. Let's save our poo.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
So that was the big thing that he was telling me about was they were basically tied up as what they were allowed to do as far as their search. There were areas
Yeah.
they weren't allowed to search and things they weren't allowed to check into. There was a lot of suspicion directed to not necessarily the family themselves, but maybe.
Allie has a good question. Who could tell Ellie what not to search?
I don't feel like that you have a choice when people come in and search your property. I mean, I guess
They're talking about the property, yeah.
right. So I don't understand what you could tell them that they could not search in, especially for a missing child. That seems like it would make you more suspect, and then they would just get a warrant to search every single thing on that property.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, well, that's the reason the door was kicked open to that basement.
Right.
It's because
No,
law
they didn't know
enforcement
that.
had done it that early on. We just didn't know about it. So we're going to keep on. Hey, Pamela. How are you doing? Haven't talked to you. Have to call us.
Some,
Oh, no.
What'd you do?
Boy, I thought I messed up bad.
I was like,
Okay, hi guys, how's it going today? As you well know, I'm down in Paris, Tennessee with a bunch of friends, made a new one. This is my friend Justin, and we were talking about Tennessee.
but that's what the 55-gallon drums. That was the big thing that he was telling me about was they were basically tied up as what they were allowed to do as far as their search. There were areas
Yeah.
they weren't allowed to search and things they weren't allowed to check into. There was a lot of suspicion directed to not necessarily the family themselves, but maybe some criminal elements involved with the family that had
Right.
something to do with it.
Yeah.
The idea being that the family probably knows what happened,
Yes.
at least in general.
Mhm.
And
First off, law enforcement did not have to get one
Yeah.
warrant, not one search warrant. Go back and look. We'll go over that if we have to. That's how cooperative that they said that the family had been from
right.
the beginning till when he said that in March of 2022.
And I just feel like if they were told not to search something, that they would get a warrant.
Yeah, they had complete access to the whole property.
Right.
So you don't have a warrant that has
Exactly.
a specific here, specific there. They actually came back so many times to flip the house. I thought it was 7 and Candace said 9.
Yeah.
But when Chris McDonough had went and filmed, they had flipped that house 7 times. We're going to get into some stuff we've never talked about, so just bear with us.
And to speak also with that, there's another gentleman I know that I spoke with.
I'm gonna switch sides because this arm's getting tired.
Who was a search and rescue. And
Okay.
he was
Oh,
called
okay.
out there with a cadaver dog.
Okay, yes, tell us
Now,
about that
when
because we
he
had a
got
lot
there-
of questions about the dogs.
When he got there were no 55-gallon drums on the property. Really. And so I haven't been able to establish a timeline as far as when each individual was out at the property. But obviously there was one point where there were 55-gallon drums and then they were gone within just a couple of days afterwards.
Okay,
So-
this is fascinating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seriously, Justin, because this is stuff that this is at least new to me. Now, I'm not saying it's new to every person on this platform.
Yep.
But that is the first I've heard, and I have been there and I've dug into this, not as deeply as maybe some of my friends have, but I've not heard that, and I thank you for sharing that. It's
Absolutely.
really fascinating.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you this. and I don't want to be leading, but there's really no way to ask this kind of question without it being sort of leading. But any thoughts on trafficking being a possibility in this?
Yes. That was one of the possibilities, either directly or being involved with the trafficking trade.
That's my personal, me personally, and I only speak for myself, not any of my friends that are creators or anything like that.
That was brought up within the conversations that
in my gut from the beginning.
With the law enforcement officer, that was definitely one of the avenues they were looking at.
In the conversation you had?
Yes. Very specifically, apparently there is some kind of ties between trafficking and the family history without getting into it.
People
like that.
I don't want to be right, but
that is a topic. So either the idea is she was taken for trafficking, or something was owed to the traffickers, or there was a debt that had to be paid, or something like that. And then Summer got caught up in it.
That's just my personal feelings, but that just gives me the willies hearing it from somebody.
All right, now here's this.
And speaking of the dive teams, what are you guys actually doing with that? Is that searching ponds, creeks, lakes? Could you just elaborate a little bit more on what that search is? What like you talked about now?
Yes. So our specialized teams, as I spoke on, the USAR, the dive teams, as both Sheriff Ray Lawson and Leslie spoke, we are pursuing every avenue. We're covering every ground cover. We're covering every aspect. At the end of it, if we don't cover it, we have to cover everything 100%. We're utilizing them just to clear waterways, areas that we can't put our normal people into, the canines, stuff that aerial cannot see that well. We want to get in there, flip every rock, check every crevice, check every spot, just to make sure we don't miss a spot.
Are there a lot of streams back in this area or ponds?
Yes.
Can you give us, I know we can kind of see some of the lush vegetation and what's happening in the sky, but what's it like back there for you all?
Yes, there are numerous streams and creeks that run back out of the mountains on both sides of Beach Creek Road, along with Beach Creek itself. And there are lots of ponds, holding spots for livestock and other things that we feel are just as important as the rest of the search efforts.
Sheriff, I have a question for you as far as the investigation goes.
Okay, did you hear that? This was on June 18th of 2021. They're talking about all the ponds and stuff that they could have used dive team searchers, experts in. They had them, yes, but there were many. And look, a lot of you guys weren't on our live the other night. So when I got off the live, when we were talking about Adventures with Purpose, I got a text message from the private investigators. And this is what it said. Okay. Hey, did want you to know that we have contacted Adventures with Purpose. And we have hundreds plus of acres with ponds and waterways on them that we have permissions for. We've been working hard on this. We are hoping to bridge the gap of LE and AWP. We, like everyone, want Summer found. We have been clearing really small ponds ourselves, with Jason telling us how to do those. Jason is from Nita Diver. Exactly. She said, I know we fought for EquiSearch and won, so we are trying to lead detectives. We are trying to get the lead detectives to trust us and do listen to what we have to say. Not always agree with us, but they do listen. We are trying. That's the text I got the other night.
I think that's awesome.
So.
And they did fight for EquiSearch to be here.
Law enforcement didn't want them here.
Yeah. So EquiSearch came in the very first search, days after she went missing. And then the next two times when they came in, it was because the PIs got them here by bridging that gap with law enforcement, like she said. So
Yeah. Hey, Vala. Yeah, she can. Whoever made that video, they're more than welcome to come up and discuss it. I'm just telling what we saw. I'm gonna finish playing this though real quick because this has a lot in it.
Actually, we've done a tremendous amount of searches, and every one has been a consent search. The community has really stood out. They want to help. They want to give advice. They want to give information. And we've not had to obtain not one search warrant. And it due part that everybody in the community is wanting to find something. And it due part that everybody in the community is wanting to find something. They want to give information. And we've not had to obtain not one search warrant. And the community has really a tremendous amount of searches, and every one has been a consent search. The community has really stood out. They want to help. They want to give advice. They want to give information. And we've not had to obtain not one search warrant. And it due part that everybody in the community is wanting to find something.
And Leslie, I know you talk about credible and kind of going to what was a credible.
If you have information about Summer, if you saw Summer the day she went missing, anything like that, if you captured a photo on a trail camera or surveillance camera, that's a credible tip. Anything that would assist us. Something you see on social media that you know is somebody's opinion or just speculation, that's not a credible tip. And in fact, that just bogs law enforcement down by having us, we have to go through and check that information and then mark it off. So please, credible tips, we welcome information, but just don't share speculation and rumors that you see on social media.
I have a question. I'm kind of looking to ask you, but is there a point in this search when you all will come to the conclusion that this is not a lost child anymore? This is possibly an abduction. Is there an amount of time or amount of territory?
Well, at this time, the circumstances leading to Summer's disappearance are very much under investigation. So currently, it's an active and ongoing investigation. We're not going to stop until we determine what happened to her, and we're just taking it one day at a time.
What has the interaction been like with the child's parents? I know that they've spoken with us on Adult Record about interactions with law enforcement, especially polygraph tests and so forth. Can you speak to us a little bit about the interaction with the parents and how they've helped or not helped with the investigation?
All I can say in that aspect is that they're currently cooperating.
We also spoke with Mr. Long. You mentioned something being followed up on the sexual offenders as well as is there any compromised drugs and confirm that the details of what is happening?
I cannot. I can just tell you that any information we have, any lead that comes in, we're going to follow up on that, and all avenues are being explored.
That was not true.
Getting back to Captain Coop and Sheriff Lawson, how are they handling this right now, especially with we've kind of seen an increase in temperature outside?
So, as stated before, the outpouring of community and businesses in this area, they are very limited on the time. Once they get certain areas of covered, they are being required to come back to the command post and staging area to rehab. Plenty of water, Powerade, Gatorade, food, protein bars, stuff to keep them hydrated and nourished during this whole entire time. And as one stated before I left, they are also 100% involved. They said we will not stop.
As far as the law enforcement aspect, well, we have the TBI system in my office and the FBI, and it's a partnership and a joint operation where if somebody comes in with a tip, just whichever agent standing there, whichever officer, whether it's mine, one of the TBI or FBI agents, they jump on it. It doesn't matter who solves the case, whatever. We just want to find Summer. That's first and foremost.
More questions?
Because this is my opinion. He said whether it's mine or it's not your whole department. Because just because your last name has law in it doesn't mean, Mr. Lawson, that you can dive, search on foot, drive a submarine, Um,
Robinson.
I mean, he acts like he can just do it all, and he's been there, done that. But we've found that to be not true. Sorry, it's not. It aggravates me. They're not actively looking. If 3 searches,
Yeah, that's not very active.
13 days, 2 days, and 1 day. 3 searches totaling not even 20 days.
Yeah.
If that was your child, how would you feel? Amy Lou, who I put the link in there for you to come up if you want to come up, just for you. No, they're the lead, Lorelei. That's the sad thing. They're the lead on the investigation, and the number they give you to call goes to the jail, not to.
That's after. I thought it was just after hours, but no. Every time you call it, it goes straight to the jail.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And if people want to get mad at me, I am mad at him. I've seen what he's done. Even though she's 17 years old, Lexi Dykes, he tricked her. They didn't feel the need with the active Amber Alert to come get her on a Friday night, so they tricked her on a Sunday.
Told her they'd give her somewhere safe to stay, and then took her to juvenile detention.
Howdy, can you hear us?
Hey, how are y'all?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
So what's
Doing
going
pretty
on?
good. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
So what's going on with you? How things been?
They've been okay. I went out last week, I think it was. Went to Candace and Dawn's and got the wheelchair that JLR was trying to give away or something. So
I'm glad you came up because you have a lot to actually talk about. You were up around Ben Hill when the ambulance stuff happened with Jody Sue, right?
I was, yeah. Whenever is that whenever she was out what she called the people that were all mad?
They were all twacked out.
Twacked out, yeah. I mean,
it was not even the right day.
I know, and it was me and Candace. That was it.
Do you want to tell everybody how that went down? Like what led up to that?
I don't. We thought Dawn come in because it was dark, and
what's up?
I don't. Y'all were behind on my TV. Sorry. And I was like, oh, what? Okay. But
you can turn the chat on StreamYard and still see it over on comments over there, so you don't have to use your TV.
Okay, but anyway, so she sent her son up there, Boogie or whatever his name is, to get Candace, and so we walked. No, we didn't. We drove down the hill. And I don't know, she was out there just yelling and acting like I don't know. She just gave me like really bad vibes.
It's not a nice person, and that's,
I want to point out what she just said there, because this was when?
This was the August, like 22nd, I believe.
That's what I thought. So it was around the same time as the 2 times that Boogie was allegedly on the Wells property, sneaking around, right?
Right.
So
I wasn't there those times, but
this time you said that she sent him up the hill to get Candace.
Exactly.
So that right there shows that he could come and go up there on that property anytime.
That's good. He had permission to go up there anytime he wanted.
well, they were having like a prayer, one of the prayer visual things at the park, and I'd gone out of state and had just got home, and I come in late, and about 5 minutes later we closed the visual or whatever, and so I went back home with her just to hang out with her and talk to her, and then all that with Jody Sue. I don't know. She said that she had got a COVID shot, and maybe that was it. But the whole time she was like on her phone trying to get somebody. So she wanted somebody to come get that car because she's scared to death Andy was going to get that car. And nobody would answer the phone for her.
Which car are you talking? The silver one?
I think it was black.
Oh God, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. I don't think it was a Soul. Because the Soul seems like it would be bigger than what that car was.
It was a Kia, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, she was worried to death about that. See, but we all heard all that through the grapevine. So all this stuff she says about us, we never met her.
Yeah.
And I wanted you while you were up here. I mean, I know you heard all that about all these barrels and them. So do you want to weigh in on that?
The barrels?
Like it's saying that they had to use barrels to go to the bathroom in.
I've never heard. No, that's not true.
And I don't know if that guy had heard that from somebody, or we were up there first time September the 4th,
Mm-hmm.
and from that point forward, I think we saw the red barrel, burning barrels, and then saw 3 barrels in the basement, and
that we were told had food in them.
It was
from
like
his mom.
From his mom, years.
Yeah. I've got to. Me and my friend went up there whenever Candace left after Dawn went to jail to feed the dogs because Bullhorn Betty, is that her name, was raising Cain and calling everybody. So me and a friend went up there to feed the dogs. And we were all over that property, I mean, all over it. And, and we took pictures of that. I think that little shed thing was probably supposed to have been the house. It's what it looked more like to me.
Actually, that's what. Hold on a second. I'll show everybody something.
That was supposed to be a house.
Well, that's where 110 is.
Yeah. On Google Maps, that's the exact place that it drops the 110 address.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what my friend said. Why did that it looks like this was supposed to have been the house, that they started building. And I don't know. I was up there one night and Dawn had brought me back down because my car was not going up going in their their driveway, so I just parked at the bottom of the hill. And he told me that they built that for his mom, like I don't know, like her little crafting house or something.
Yeah.
And but that's what he told me about that shed.
Well, right there,
that it was for his mom's.
There's the main house right here. I've just rode over, but right here is where 110 Ben Hill is. This is where that gray shed is, and then there's the little metal shed right here.
Yeah.
Where Chris McDonough said that Dawn was allegedly hiding in.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that was just I don't care how anybody wants to put it. That was because Dawn had been caught hiding there years and years and years before when marshals came and got him and sent him back to Utah.
Oh wow, that I don't know.
That's why
I
that was even brought up.
I begged Candace not to do an interview with him. I begged her not to do it. He
Oh,
interviewed Allie and them, and then he come up, and then you come over there, and he was just, I don't know, just all.
well, I mean, it should speak volumes that she went and confronted him
Yeah.
without, knowing his background and everything. She did. And, a lot of people wouldn't go stand up to him or not, stand in front of him to do an interview.
Mm-mm.
You know, I don't know what they know. I'm not saying Candace is 100% innocent of anything, and I'm not saying Don is, but I'm just saying that if there's anything with her, she knows something and she won't talk about.
I feel the same way. Yeah.
Now if she committed any of any kind of acts, then hopefully one of these people that have done these, a behavior panel and all these people that have, sat across from them, hopefully they would have keyed in on that. Maybe not, but I mean, Candace really was not like the best poker face that we saw.
No.
She broke down over the cornbread mafia.
Right.
And, I'm not trying to make a joke out of it, but, I'm sick and tired of people saying that the behavior panel would lay their credentials on the line for Don Wells and Candace Wells.
Yeah.
They were trained by the military.
America True Crime. That's exactly what was in those 3 barrels in the
seeds.
It was wheat and things, is what we were told.
There was still all kinds of like when the canned stuff that was still down there.
Let me see here. Anyway, I was going to go back and show y'all one more thing while we're here, because we're going to get into something that I've not ever talked about before. And we're going to bring it up because law enforcement needs to be called out on this, and I'm doing it. I'm sick of it. And I know some people are getting pissed off hearing me right now, but it's okay.
Who cares?
I'm done. I'm done with all this secret crap that when it is a missing child.
Right.
Not.
Let me let that load a little bit. Okay. So, let me find out where I'm at. Okay. There's that big pond. There's where we're going right there. Okay, so back in October of 2021, we went on a search with private investigators, and we parked somewhere around here. Okay, this is that church that Elizabeth Crystal, what's her name? Crawford. Her father preached at.
It's called the House of Prayer.
The House of Prayer. It's no bigger than a little.
I had no idea it was a church when we pulled up there.
I didn't know that it was a church either. We have one like that across the road from me.
And it is, it is tiny.
Mm-hmm.
And
it looks like a shed.
It does. Mm-hmm. And this is on White Hollow Road, everybody. If you're not sure, we're gonna right here is Ben Hill. This is that big property. This is where we were at. This mountain right here is all that separates it. Okay. Let me get to where I can see the chat. Marlena, sorry. Elizabeth is her real name. That's why I call her that. I don't know why I called her Crystal. Sorry, but
I knew what you were saying.
Elizabeth. So many names. So we get back here, and did we search this 2 days or one?
Two. Because we went one way the first
That's where
day
I was
and the other
getting.
way the second day.
That's what I'm getting at. So we went.
This is the same property that Brandon took JLR back in there and said that it hadn't been searched other than what 4 officers came up to him back there or something.
Do y'all remember the search pictures we put out of a black snake eating a frog and all that?
Yeah, that was from right there.
That's where we were at, back in here. So the very first day, and I'm going to show you some stuff, we went straight and we cut all the way back through here as far as we could get.
Until the
Right
mountain
here.
cut us off. There was
Right here.
yeah.
Or maybe. Actually, no, maybe.
Did we go that far back?
Yeah, because we went to where
No, I mean I know that we went to where
we followed the cut all
we
the way
went
back
straight
around.
the first day. We came back this way, right?
Yes, and this was it
And
was
then the
so
second
thick,
day
and we
went
went
back that way.
No, we went up through here, around here, and we stopped here because the ridge right here comes down
Either way,
in
we
two
did it.
ways, 2 waterways.
Yeah.
So on the second day, when we came back, right here's that we went up this way,
Yes.
this little cut right here. And on the second day, we found a pond that is
Probably right
there. And we got Need a Diver out there to go clear that.
Need a Diver
pond.
went out there a different day than we were out there.
It was very
I
close
remember
to
that.
A couple days after we were there.
They ran into Frank Light.
In that trailer behind the church.
So while we were out clearing this area, on the way back to here to get to this pond, we ran across something right here in the trail. Okay. Right here in the middle of this trail was a black mat that had one of those children's carpets on it that have like the town and the roads and the red lights and all that on it.
Yeah. Yeah, like yeah. My
yeah.
My little granddaughter one with the little PJ person, but my boys had one. You could drive your little cars and all that. Yeah.
So there was that wrapped up inside this black mat with 2 like nice couch pillows and a blanket, and it had stains, white stains all over it. We put flags all around it, didn't touch it, didn't want to get no cross contamination on it whatsoever. We put orange flags right around it and continued forward to finish the search. Where we went up through here, I found a little place up on the top of this hill that looked like there could be a potential like little tiny opening to or mouth to like a little cave.
That was on the top.
That was on the top right here, yeah. And so on our way back down, which they had found a campsite up there where there was hammocks and clothing and there was porta potties and everything up there. Yeah, we haven't talked about this before, and there's few people that and I'm talking about it now. People are going to get pissed, but look, if law enforcement ain't going to do something about it, maybe a private investigator or somebody else can come in and help the people that are here, the other private investigators, and help them get something. Get justice for Summer. So there's all this clothing back there. This is why I was so pissed off when Brandon told JLR that nobody had searched back there, and then he diverted and took him to a different pond. That dude's, I'm going to tell y'all right now, and I don't care if he's watching, he's a fucking liar. And excuse my language, but it pisses me off. Because we cleared that area and he was diverting from something because him and his cousins rode over all that evidence with dirt bikes after they were told not to.
Specifically told, don't touch that.
Oh, wow.
Law enforcement didn't go pick it up for 3 days. 3 days.
I can believe that. I sure can.
So, yeah, I get pissed about this right here. I've been not talking about this for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jaded said who?
They want to, they say that they think that summer's close, that if they find her, it's going to be around there. But,
Clothing,
you know,
yes.
but then they're not looking. I don't think she's there. I don't think she's anywhere over there.
Yeah, look at this. Where this mat was, and why were they so nosy? They cornered us on both sides. One guy on a dirt bike on one side, one guy on the other, right back in here, and we were in between them. And they sat there and stared at us.
It was terrifying.
It was terrifying.
I've never been more scared in my life because here we are back in the middle of the woods where nobody, there's no cell phone service out there.
No, there's not. There sure isn't.
That mat was, hold on, I'll show you something that's going to blow y'all's mind. Let me find. That is 1.19 kilometers or 3,911.14 feet from the Wells house. And it took them 3 days to go pick up something like that. And that's taking the train. Look.
Yeah.
It's going over it. That's disturbing.
That right there literally comes out right on Ben Hill Road. So it might even be shorter if you just cut through the mountains there, hit Ben Hill. And then
yes, we do know who they are. And yeah, and the campsite, we found that too. And who knows if they even went and looked at it. That was even less.
Exactly where was the campsite? I could just never, I don't have no sense of direction. So.
Is that no, sorry, I thought I clicked off of it.
You almost closed the map.
Let me see, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. So, right on the other side of Simpson Road.
Okay.
There's the Wells house.
Right.
And there's where the campsite was, on top of that hill. This is Mary Sexton's property. This is Billy Dishner's property. So.
That's the property with all the cars, right? Next to it. Like the property down in that.
This one is right here.
Okay.
And this is on the other side of Simpson Road. You go up this. Now, this doesn't look steep, but it is straight up and down.
Straight up and down.
It is, yeah. It is.
So, and look, we're not done. That's just a little piece of what we got here for y'all. That's a big one for me, though. And that should be negligence on law enforcement.
What was the excuse? The investigator was out of town for a couple days.
Yeah, so he's the only one that could go get it. I guess. That wasn't there wasn't that the excuse when there was an active Amber Alert that they don't bother their investigators after hours
on the weekend? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't really believe that they don't know what they're doing. They really don't, and I don't know why he won't ask for more help.
Did you show the pics of the campsite that the cops didn't find? Apparently, yeah. It's not apparently. They 100% were not up there. They would have collected every single thing up there if. Why not? Right. Why would you not send every single thing you come across to a lab?
Find somebody that says yes, that's mine.
It doesn't matter if it does say yes.
But nobody would take credit for it either. Nobody knew it was there. So,
Lorelei, I don't want just any PI helping, and I've been talking to a very good one on the phone and he's from Utah, and he's been on Court TV. He's good. He's going to be on soon. But okay, so there's that. Where we go next? Let me see what people are saying. Dishner does own CCS Trucking in Fall Branch. So yeah, this is why, and I can pull those pictures up for the campsite. That's what I'll do. Let me see if I can find them real quick.
Kim, what was the road that they checked when it back in the fall? It wasn't on
Fields Road.
Yeah, Fields Road. Okay. Yeah, the other day I was looking for that and I never did find it.
Yeah,
It's straight
it's
across
right.
from
So
the
here's
church
Beach Creek Road.
from Mount Carmel.
That place it looks so different with that trailer with grandma's trailer gone, and it has grown up. Yeah, I mean I'm like 5'2", and the weeds in front of the grass in front of the house was taller than me.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible. But maybe can you enable your membership gifting? It should be enabled. I just got a text. Could you see that? I guess y'all can't see that. Hold on.
I should have seen it right over here. I'm not used to that.
Here you go. Here's Fields Road. Here's Mount Carmel Free Will Baptist. This is where the cops have their staging area.
Uh-huh.
This is Fields Road right here.
Okay.
This is the picture that was taken of law enforcement on that one-day search they did. Here's that barn that's in the background. They're walking diagonally this way.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second. Let me clear those. They're walking diagonally this way. Well, guess whose property this is right here?
Is that not like Andy's mom?
Yeah, that's probably Bernard's. They are going in that right direction right there. So when Jody Sue says she goes up there and Jerry Light put a gate in across the road where she couldn't get in to up there and was complaining about a gate being across the main road, that's where she was talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me see what people are saying before I move forward. I got to find pictures real quick too. Crimes and consequences. Jesus. Let me see.
Yeah, that night she was out there yelling something about the scream, and that she was not going to jail for Andy or for the drugs is what she kept screaming about. And it's like she worked herself up into just a damn big teasy. And and then nobody would like answer their phone to come get her car. And so the ambulance just ended up sitting right there in the middle of Ben Hill Road.
That's right.
Gosh.
Which lies are you talking about, Christina Keffer? Which ones are you keep your mind spinning but keep on coming to the same people? It's no doubt it's the same people.
Right.
But there's a whole bunch of same people that have now been brought into this. Was there concrete poured after Summer went missing? No, it was beforehand at a job site. Mama Jean. Is it true that they had a funeral the day after Summer went missing?
No.
Not that I have ever heard. Yeah, I can. Fizzle. There you go. All right, so let me see if I can find this picture real quick. These are videos, I believe. No, I was right on it, wasn't I? No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that was the boot print, wasn't it? See? That's the problem I was having earlier. I got to download. I don't have MP4 codecs on this computer. I have to fix that. For some reason, it's a 2022.
Those are earlier, way earlier.
I know. I'll get there.
It would be easier if you would change this. I'll show you after.
So here, people wanted to say about howdy.
What's going on? I have a question before you move on.
Yeah.
Can you pull your map back up?
Mm-hmm. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to show one thing real quick, and I'll pull it up. This right here. Y'all ever seen that picture before?
No, I don't think so.
Not that I remember.
Has anybody in the chat ever seen that picture before? When we said I was going to lay it out tonight, I meant it. That right there, there was boots, shoes, tennis shoes, flip-flops all around the Wells property belonging to Summer and the boys. This one was down towards the...
That one was near the tree. That one was up
going
on the
down
top of
the
the
shed
hill.
to the shed.
No, that one right there was at the top of the hill, right up past the tree. There, we might have seen the other
That's
one.
what I'm saying. Like the right beside the gray shed going down.
Yeah, whenever I went up there last week in the driveway, there was like a baby doll. I have to send you the picture, but there was the baby doll, and the head was ripped off of it, and you could tell that people had just drove over it. I mean, it scared the hell out of me at first, and then that really creeped me out. And I had to go up there and get that wheelchair. And
oh my gosh,
that shoe looks pretty big to be Summer's.
Yeah. So I'll have to look at it, but I actually think that I found a picture of either her wearing it or some other little girl. I'll find it.
It was hers. All her shoes were too big for her.
Yeah. If you look, there was pictures and videos early on of her.
Yeah, that's true.
Place.
Her shoes never seemed to fit. They were always so big.
There's pictures of her in little jelly sandals that are way too big.
Huge. Yeah.
Early on.
Yeah. Me and a friend talked about that, and we were like somebody probably gave them to her, and my kids would want to wear them whether they fit or not whenever they were little. So maybe that's why. I hope.
Y'all see why I got so pissed off when they wouldn't take us seriously when we were trying to call?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot more, and I'm letting it all out there.
Yeah, I mean, it comes to a point where it's like, you feel obligated because you don't feel like anybody else is going to. But can you go to Ben Hill? We're going to be looking at, so when you turn on and facing Ben Hill, 125 is on the left, and then Dobbs property would be after that. I want to know who lives in the big fancy house on that side of Ben Hill that has that super long driveway.
Right here?
Let me see. I can't. Where are you?
You mean on Ben Hill where the road kind of splits?
Here's Ben Hill. Now, are you talking about this one that goes back here?
Yes, where it forks off, where you go right onto Simpson, and then to the left, that. Who is that?
this is one that I we never got to speak to them and never even heard much about them, which is weird because they are secluded back here. There's those big fire pits all back here.
That's a really nice. I believe that whole driveway going up there is paved. It's a really nice piece of property there, and they've got some. I mean, it's nice. It does not seem like it belongs out there.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
You know it?
Huh?
This what?
This is where Brandon, when he came out of this place back here, he took him to this pond.
To that bigger pond.
Okay.
Which needed.
And he when JLR asked if there was ponds back here, he took him to this one, which needed diver cleared. But the one we were talking about was back here. He diverted from that. He took him back here to this pond. He walked him through here, and they came out because they kept saying, "Oh, there's people that live up here. There's people that live up here," and they came out right through here and their driveway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Fire pit.
And then you know what? It's crazy because as many times as I've looked at this map, I never saw that house. Like,
It's
you see
because
how the
the way
driveway
that
just looks like a cut in the mountain? Never knew that was a driveway.
It's just kind of tucked back there. Yeah, it's.
And then, like, so I mean, BVK and Just Tiff and Dutchie showed that to me, and then I was talking to Tiffany about it, and she was like, "Oh yeah, that's been there for a while." I'm like, "What? I never saw it." So then we were, well, I don't know if you ever talk to BV or how often you talk to BVK and Dutch and all of them, but they got a really strange email one time, and it will lead you to, or somebody was like giving, I don't know if they were coordinates or what, but they were giving directions to like a property. Go up, pull your map down a little bit.
So there's Jody Sue's. She sits right in the middle. She saw both sides, but which we're at?
So if you go towards the end of the holler and you go towards Limestone, you know that Limestone, I guess it's road back there towards the end, like you can keep following that back there, and there's all kinds, like Cam, you just stay on that road and it's like actual stuff back there.
I gotcha. I know. This is watch. This is a road right here.
And it just keeps going, and you could absolutely cross that mountain and get over there by Horton Highway.
Look right here. See the road?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right there.
And it just keeps going and going.
Yep, cuts right through this mountain. And it goes, hold on, let me see if I can get a 3D view instead of a 2D. Yep, there's the road right there. Still seeing it? Cuts right through the trees here.
You guys pull it whenever. I'm just telling everybody in chat, when you go pull it up on Google Earth on your phone, you can get straight through across, and it'll put you out right over there on the Fall Branch side in no time at all. It's nuts.
Let's see.
And once you get on the other side of that mountain, you're like 12 minutes or less away from CCS Trucking, Billy Dishner's company.
Yep. And that's the thing that was weirding me out too about old Brandon that was with JLR. He walked him, he knew all this like the back of his hand. And I could tell you, I've told it on a few lives what I've found out about him. But yeah, I mean, he's lucky. JLR needs to be careful who he goes back here and sticks with.
And he's not from around there, is he? That Brandon guy. He lives there, yes, but he's from somewhere else, right?
He's from Indiana. He's from Indiana,
Yeah.
but he's lived all around there. His stepmom's a light. His dad married into the lights, and yeah, he is his last name is, I'm not gonna say it, but it's like what you drive on the road. And he has a very bad reputation as being a burglar. So
Yeah, I remember you were telling us about that. So we don't know. We've never looked at who does live in that tucked away house.
well, I'll find it.
It just doesn't. It's so out of place. It doesn't look like, they're in squalor like the rest of the people on Ben Hill. Like, it's just nuts.
Even
Yeah.
like on their trees, they have like they're decorated with like little butterflies or squirrels, and it doesn't really belong there.
And there's the further back into that holler you go, there's bodies of water back there.
Yep, they're all over the place back here. They're all Fields Road. There
was multiple on Fields Road.
Yeah,
like 3 or 4.
You go down any one of those cuts and that you can, even the ones you could just see from looking at it like this, and you can see, like, if you really study it, there's bodies of water all over there.
Here's Ben Hill, cuts right through the backside of the mountain there, Limestone Branch, brings you out right here. This is Hensley Hollow, but this is
Broom. What is the one? The Broom, is it Broom Hollow? That's the one Dutchie was telling me. Broom is right over there. It should be to the left of Limestone.
Drive right there, and then there's Moulton Road, and
I think it's Broom Hollow that she was saying.
Road.
Yeah.
Broom Hollow. Yeah. It comes
Y'all,
right there too.
Y'all know these roads better than I do, and I live here.
Now look, it's right there. There's Limestone right there, cut across.
Yep, right there. And it comes out. See, that's what I was trying to show you from the upper view, like from this up top view. You have this where it cuts right through the inside of that mountain, and it could probably swing around right down into there, come out Broom Hollow, and that's Horton Highway. Crawford Hollow, right there it is.
And if you don't know, the old Lamplight Theater used to be on Horton Highway. And there was a cell right after, it was either right after or right before Summer went missing, the old Lamplight Theater.
Yep, I'll show it to you real quick. We drove past that so many times, and it's like on old farmland. So Gum Springs Road, this road right here, this is also one of the ones that this is when Don came home from work that day here from Horton Highway. He would come down here, turn back around on from Horton Highway, hit Gum Springs, which will take you to Old Blair's Gap. Old Blair's Gap to Beach Creek. Old Blair's Gap Road right there. And then it comes out right there, Solomon's Temple.
Yep.
Beach Creek.
And if you look at you can look at that old Lamplight Theater on Redfin, I believe it is. And the pictures on the inside, it's like so strange. There's like bunk beds and stuff. Like the carpet's been stripped out. It's all like concrete floor in there. It's just like, what is up with all the bunk beds? Like it's so like I think I might remember it being like a summer camp or something like that.
Yeah, yes, it used to be a summer camp.
So strange.
Let's see. Theater.
That's weird, that you brought that up. My friends' kids used to go there like a couple of years ago whenever they were younger, and I was just thinking about that today. That's weird.
It's in Fall Branch, right?
It's right off Horton Highway. I think it's 441 Horton Highway. Something like that. 441 or 144 or something like that.
441 Horton. There it is. Fall Branch. Okay, so let me go down to the street view. of it. Yeah, that's right there where we drive right past it. It's weird, man, because we saw the sign and I was like, I didn't know it was that close to where you turn down to go to yeah, right there. Lamplight Theater. But I wonder if you can you go up? You can.
I don't know. I don't know that I ever tried to do a street view. I just went straight to Redfin. But and then also in Fall Branch, not too far from CCS, is there's two locations with somebody by this name, but do you know who I'm talking about whenever I say Keith Thacker?
Mm-hmm.
Say it again.
So, Keith Thacker?
No. No.
Okay,
No.
so Keith Thacker is a man who, for a while was, or he may still, it may still be that way, but he's got True's picture and her information as his profile on Facebook.
Wow.
And I showed that picture to True, and she has no idea who he is. And so I pulled up two Keith Thackers, one in Fall Branch and then one further, a little more out west, but not too far. And I don't know who he is, but it's strange that he's using True's picture as his profile picture with her New York information.
Do you see this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look at this property completely blurred out.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what
Yeah,
that's
I've
about.
seen that done before on certain, not in this case, but in other times exploring the map, I've seen that.
333 and that says 666. I swear.
I don't think so.
I swear I thought it did. I was like, here we go. I'll be up for all night digging on something on Horton Highway. No,
So where is this dollar store that Candace said she stopped at?
Okay.
Have you ever told that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think I have.
Because she stopped at, you told me she stopped at it, or she told you that she stopped at a gas station, and I believe you said she said Marathon Gas. And
we heard it from somebody that would know, not that she would. So it's the same Dollar General.
Yeah,
she stopped
it's
at
the
when
one
she
on.
was meeting Chris McDonough. He was.
And where is that in relation to, because in my mind, I know where on the map the Dollar General on the way home, headed towards Merle, going backwards to CCS, going backwards further across the highway would be the Meadows where Dawn was working. So where is that dollar store that you think she was at that day?
It's pretty much been confirmed. I'm gonna show you.
Everybody in there knows her. Whenever I went home with her that night that the ambulance deal happened, we stopped in there and got water, and everybody knew her.
She stays in there forever.
Ginger Snap, that was so nice of you.
Right here.
Thank you for doing that. We haven't been watching the chat. She gifted 10 memberships.
Oh.
That's.
Oh.
Why is there not a Dollar General there now? There it is. But that's where it would be.
So where is the Marathon Gas?
Sullivan Gardens Parkway is where that's at. The Marathon Gas would be.
It's up from it, isn't it?
Well, the one in Sullivan Gardens Parkway, that's an Exxon, right?
I was at it the other day. It's like really steep whenever you pull into it.
So, okay, so that is on the Fall Branch side of that mountain, right?
That is on the Fall Branch side. Yeah, that's when you come off Lone Star.
Okay,
so you would just, instead of turning back towards the Dollar General, if you went the other way, you would go straight to Fall Branch.
See, in my mind, she came down the highway that is right there by CCS. And I think
Like, are you
that,
talking about the interstate?
yeah,
She won't drive it.
Candace won't drive the interstate?
She won't drive interstate.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that.
There's an Exxon right there. And then there's a Marathon. That's not an Exxon, too. One of these is a Marathon.
Okay, so that day she allegedly went to a Marathon and a dollar store. And this is on the Fall Branch side of that mountain.
This would be going back towards Kingsport this way. This would be on her way to turn down. So, like, if I turned around, hold on, I'll turn it around. So, say she was coming back.
Mm. I can't hear anybody.
Me either. Well, I heard you say that.
I can't hear Cam.
No, no, they kind of their little avatar thingy went blank.
Well, yeah, I didn't know that she won't drive the interstate. Didn't know that at all.
She was on the interstate whenever she has to drive it now, where she's living at, basically.
Oh, is she not? Is she still in Tennessee?
She was. I guess she still is. I don't know. I've been like really busy working, so I had a chance to talk to her. I mean, she knew I went and got that wheelchair in case anybody comes shooting at me or whatever.
Is she? Well, I guess you probably won't say, but I've been wondering where she's at.
Doing better.
Well, I mean, to me, it's amazing that, you've got 4 kids in the WIM and you're not out, begging people for, I mean, that's just my thing, but I don't know.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah. But is she doing better?
Yeah. In the beginning, she was scared to death that they were not gonna want to come back. Because she can't afford to do, the things like that they're wanting to do. Like the oldest was wanting to play football, and that's what they told him that he could do whenever the DHS took him, and say, she was like scared to death that they wouldn't want to come back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, does she still get her visitation and stuff?
I'm sure that she does. I don't know if she drives all the way. I mean, because that's like, man, it's on the other side of the state. So, I mean, I would drive it. I have a son that lives in Alaska, and my grandkids are in Alaska, and yeah, I'm about ready to drive to Alaska. So,
yeah. Well, so I mean, has she been to rehab?
No. I think maybe outpatient, but she wasn't. She's not an inpatient.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I hear you. I see Horton Highway.
My internet just went out. Like, I don't know what's going on here. It must be storming or something.
Y'all got storms? I don't have no storms.
Well, I'm going to drop down, Cam. Thanks for letting me ask my question. I'm very excited about this live. So, but you just don't say nothing that'll get you in danger.
Yeah. I don't know Well, we'll try, I guess. Thank you.
All right. Bye, Cam. Bye, Allie. Bye, Amy Lou.
See ya.
Bye. Nice
Bye.
talking to you.
All right.
All right, guys. Okay. Where to next?
My phone's still disconnected.
What do they mean barely? They can't hear me?
I hear you.
Let me see here if I can fix the audio here. Y'all tell me which one of these is better. Is that good? Is that one? Can you hear good on that one or no?
Yeah, that's pretty good. The image is really good.
What about that one right there?
Looks like you're driving down the road.
Yeah.
Filming it.
What about that one right there? Is that one good?
Yeah. What? Yeah, some of it's blurred out. I guess they do that though for a reason, don't they?
Yeah, I think so. That should be the best one right there. Okay. Now let me see which one. Now I just need to fix my speakers where we just came back in here. Okay. All right. Did you have anything you wanted to add?
No.
What?
Second one is the best.
What's your second one? What do they mean?
I don't know.
Mike? This one was the best right here?
I thought they both looked good.
Or that one right there. That one's loud, I bet.
I think that's the one that they like.
That's the one they like right there? Okay.
I think.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay.
All right. So next things, I guess, where you want to go now? It's up to you. It's your turn.
No, I don't know.
It's your turn to talk about something.
I don't know. I mean, the biggest thing for me was still that phone call with Candace. But we've talked about that.
Well,
that was one we just didn't tell for a while.
No, you got talk about sitting in their camper with grandma.
Well, so she just asked me to come in there with her. This is the day that everybody was up there and all that happened at the bottom of the hill. And she said, come in here. And so I went in there with her and we sat down and she was super nice to me the entire time. That's what we mean whenever we say that she was like.
She was very, like, overly nice. That almost like she was putting on a show.
Well, she never seemed that way with me. She never seemed like that. I mean, every time we were there, she hugged us, she talked to us, and we felt like we could really trust her to be saying honest things while we were there. But, yeah, she asked me to go in there and I sat with her. She talked to me. She talked to me a lot about Rose and her ex-husband and about their wedding. And she talked about how what used to be a bad drunk, but that she hadn't drunk in years, is what she told me. And
right.
She said, I just quit
yeah, right. Yeah, and yeah, she told me the same.
Because she was hoping that Candace would do that. And she said, I know that she can just stop because I did. And I was like, well, that takes a strong person to do that because that's a bad thing to come off of cold turkey. But
it is, and I'm gonna say this, and people aren't gonna like it, but unless you've experienced something like this, I lost a son whenever he was 12 years old, and oh my gosh, I still had 2 other kids, but I self-destructed. I didn't want to feel nothing. I'm lucky that I'm still alive, and
imagine.
So I'm like, if her drinking, if that's all she's doing, that's nothing.
People were asking, they said, "Oh, so is this woman friends with the one?" It's not friends. It's called people showing compassion towards people because we don't know anything yet.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
there's no evidence. We have what we've seen in pictures. We have people. We have rumors. You show me a CPS report, and then we'll go there. But there's not one.
Right.
There's not one as of before the 15th or days after. It's July 20. When were the boys taken? 24th,
Something like that. It was around that time.
18th, 20, somewhere in there. Then we have one. We can talk about that when they release that. But
And because of summer coming up missing, DHS had to come in on that case because you know they have to pull them in.
Caroline said, "Did you get lice or roaches?" No.
No.
Oh my
Actually,
gosh! I wish people would stop saying that because
I barely saw. I've been in houses in the middle of town that have worse bugs than what they had out there.
hey, I've worked home health and had to put flea collars on my ankles going in houses, and so I mean her house, it just it was not as bad as everybody tried to make it.
You painted the whole.
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't see any until after the walls in the kitchen were painted. And even whenever I was painting, I didn't see any. I just saw a couple. I was sitting up there one night after the kitchen had been painted, and they were really white, the walls were. And I saw maybe 2 that night. And that was the only time I ever even seen any.
You know why she failed that drug test? Dawn went on one of his benders. That's why the boys were taken, because of failed urine screens.
Yes.
Well, and hers hers only showed metabolites.
The metabolites for cocaine.
It was metabolites.
But I'll make that clear right now, because I mean, look, that's what they test.
Yeah, they test.
That's what they test for
metabolites.
in drug tests, is metabolites of drugs. So they'll
the metabolites is gonna. I mean, that she did something, or the metabolites is not going to be there.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
So
you have to be. It's nanograms is what they test for. Nanograms.
Right.
I believe me. I know. I had to take them for years and years for probation. And that's she called on Dawn, and she got pissed too. She got a urine screen too. She tried to call social services on Dawn, and one thing I did find out early about him is he don't go down on his own. If he does something, what was told to us was that he makes her do it with him. But
granted, she's an adult.
She's an adult, yeah.
But I don't.
Nobody can force you,
right?
And if you have your, I mean, but at the time period, I've always said from the beginning, because I can be honest with myself. If something like that would have happened to me earlier with my past with addictions, I probably wouldn't be alive right now.
Well, I'm lucky I am. If my husband,
come back up here if I think it kicked you off by accident. No, that does not have to be more than a failed urine screen to remove children from a home. I can assure you, you can fail for marijuana in a legal state where marijuana is legal, and until you pass a clean urine screen, they will make the children go stay at a family member's home. That is a fact.
And that's the main reason in this area that people end up losing their kids.
Yeah, not so dumb blonde. Yeah, I can see your messages. That's truth. Look, I have these actually right here. We're going to pull this up real quick now. This is where I want to go. When did I just
I'll say about that, she didn't really tell me anything about the case as far as with Rose. She just was talking about their wedding, She told me about that, and she just told me little things. That's how I found out about the detective from Rose's case calling her every week and keeping in contact with her. And she just talked to me about stuff like that. Nothing really major about that case or anything.
Right.
More than what we didn't already know. Let me say that.
Except the investigator calling.
Yeah, except for the investigator calling and her saying that she was used to them always calling about Rose and that Hawkins County. She did say Hawkins County had not done the same thing and had not kept in contact with them.
Mhm.
Now, I feel one of two ways about that. I mean, I think law enforcement should be keeping in contact with the family, but if that was my child, I would be blowing their phones up. So
Yeah.
it wouldn't be about whether they kept in contact with me because I would be keeping in contact with them.
True.
True. You'd get the answering machine, but voicemail, but
Hold on, guys.
Is
Sorry.
it going out again?
No, it's not. It's not. It'll load. Hold on. Why is nothing loading for me right now? Excuse me. Hold on 1 second, guys. I gotta hook up my VPN. There it went. There, it downloaded it. That's what it was doing. Okay, sorry about that. To remove children in the state of Tennessee.
do what?
I just pulled up the protocol
Uh-huh.
on removing children in the state of Tennessee.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to show everybody that. Let me get it up here. Let's see if it'll share.
Allie, you're over there just like talking away.
Let's see here. There it is. Why is it saying it needs a... Okay. So it says, criteria and procedures for termination of parental rights. Your child has been placed in foster care. The department has an obligation to assist you in reunification with your child unless otherwise provided by law. Be aware that you're failing to pay child support regularly for 4 consecutive months, or failure to pay more than a small amount of support unless you establish at the termination hearing. Failing to regularly visit your child for 4 consecutive months unless you establish at the termination hearing that your failure to do so was not willful. 3, failing to complete the task required of you on that permanency plan. Failing to make changes in your living situation so that the child can be returned to your care. These are general guidelines.
So this is just for actual termination of parental rights. This is after they've taken your kids and
how you get them back.
If you don't do these things, then they will not give you your kids
back. But then
back.
It says there are other reasons that the court can take away your parental rights. Please see the remainder of this document for more thorough explanation. Surrender. You may terminate your parental rights voluntarily by appearing before a judge or other official designated by law and signing a voluntary surrender. You should discuss this involuntary termination. Your parental rights may be terminated against your will if a judge or chancery, circuit, or juvenile court finds by clear and convincing evidence that there is a legal... Why can't I see over there?
If you made it bigger, if you could.
Oh, okay. No. total of 4. Let's see. Months that child foster care parent remains substantially non-compliant, wanton disregard. A parent who is now incarcerated engaged in conduct prior to incarceration, which exhibits wanton disregard for the welfare of their child. Failure to provide a suitable home. The child was found dependent and neglected and placed in foster care, and DCS made reasonable efforts to prevent removal from the home of the parent or guardian. DCS made reasonable efforts for the 4 months after the child I can't read all of that for some reason. It's not letting me. Oh, here it is. After the child entered foster care, the parents or guardians to establish a suitable home for the child, and the parent or guardian made no reasonable efforts to provide a suitable home and have demonstrated a lack of concern for the child to such a degree that it appears unlikely that they will be able to provide a suitable home for the child at an early date. Okay. So, I mean, this is, when she quit going and doing her visits, this would be a problem.
Right.
Substantial noncompliance with permanency plan. The parent was informed of the responsibilities of the plan, and the responsibilities were reasonable and were related to remedying the conditions which necessitate foster care, and the parent has remained substantially non-compliant with those responsibilities. Let's see. Conditions which led to removal have not been remedied, or other conditions prevent return. Well, the only thing I know at the end of it was the basement drywall that had not been done under their guidelines. That's a fact. That was true. When there was
Were they going to put a wall up down there too?
They were going to put a wall, and they were putting drywall on the ceiling.
And that's all that was required as far as the house went?
The upstairs, there had to be
they had to take that bar out and put like
a railing and
steps. Yeah, there's stairs there now. Because
I'm the one who ripped that bar out of there.
Yes.
Are you really?
Don got pissed at me.
Why? Because you ripped it out?
Yeah, he said, I didn't want it gone. And I was like, well, they did. And,
right.
If you care about anything they're saying, they don't want it there. It says, because I mean, we got volunteered into being home repairs, and that's not what we were trying to do.
Not at all.
But we did it with a cheerful heart, because we wanted to help the children.
Right.
Because as good as I do that they will put kids back in homes.
Yeah. Yeah, and right now they are begging for people to be foster parents or whatever.
I know in another state somebody that does YouTube that she foster parent.
Mm-hmm.
A cold case crystal. Conditions which have led to removal have not been remedied. Other conditions prevent return. Let me see if I can share this. I didn't think it would let me, but I'm going to try.
I found the investigation and assessment for social services.
Okay, where do I get that at? We'll just share that.
Yeah, that would be
right here. Procedures upon taking a child.
No, this is what I
administrative call here. There you go.
I won't be able to reach the. Here.
Reasons. Go ahead. There it is right there.
And it's that one, the top one.
Okay.
But you're going to scroll up whenever you get on to that page.
This one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Those are if the child is found to be neglected or abused, the child is found to be delinquent, also referred to juvenile
That's a
justice.
different part.
I know,
We're
I was
gonna-
just reading it.
Whenever you get to there, now scroll up, and it's the investigation and assessment.
Okay. As part of the investigation, your child will be interviewed separately from the person alleged to have be your child. Your child may be interviewed at school. Parental consent is not required for DCS to interview a child. After the initial interview, DCS may determine that the child might need a more in-depth interview, known as a forensic interview. These interviews are normally completed at child advocacy centers. You as the parent will be interviewed, as will anyone alleged to be the A word, your child, and all other persons who may have witnessed the A or neglect of who may have relevant information regarding the circumstances surrounding the allegations. Your home environment will be observed by CPS investigators if it was the site where the alleged A occurred. If the alleged A occurred at some other place other than the home, the site will be visited and assessed as well. If CPS investigator determines that medical expertise is necessary to assess the medical conditions of your child, he or she will obtain a forensic medical examination by a doctor. If the CPS investigator determines your child is in need of medical treatment, he or she will request you take your child to the doctor for treatment. If the CPS investigator determines the child or parent in need of mental health counseling, he or she will request the arrangements may be made to this.
Which they were undergoing mental health counseling.
That's right.
Dawn and Candace.
Yeah. CPS.
Well, they were supposed
and
to.
Substance abuse.
And substance abuse.
The
Well, and that's what that basically is saying there, because that would be a part of mental health counseling.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what ties in with the drug screen.
The CPS investigator will follow up and accompany you to ensure that your child has been treated. If you object or refuse to cooperate, the CPS investigator, depending on the circumstances, will contact a DCS attorney. This may mean law enforcement officials can be called in to assist, or there may be a court order allowing the investigation to proceed. If your child is at immediate risk or harm, he or she may be taken into DCS custody immediately. If there is no immediate risk, your family could be offered services as your case would remain open for a certain period of time. If there is no immediate risk, your case may be closed. If a child does not enter the custody of DCS, but there is a need in voluntary safety placement, DCS will enter into an IPA with the family. In addition to the IPA, which lists where the child and the parent shall reside and any restrictions on contact between a parent and a child, DCS will complete a family permanency plan. This plan will outline what the parents, the child, and DCS needs to do in order for the DCS case to be closed. You got anything on that? There was something I wanted that I found a long time ago, and I posted it.
Now, didn't at one point we seen that a case would remain open for 1 year before the parental rights were terminated?
Yeah, look, we're going to do this real quick. This is what I want to do real quick. This is what will answer a lot. Tennessee DCS failing of urine screens to remove children. Okay. In Re Cyric W, Tennessee Administrative Office of the Courts, this appeal involves a petition to terminate parental right. Okay, here we go. This is in the Court of Appeals of Tennessee at Nashville, assigned this October 1st, 2021. This appeal involves a petition to terminate parental rights. The juvenile court found by clear and convincing evidence that 5 grounds for termination were proven. 1, abandonment by failure to support, abandonment by failure to provide a suitable home. This is substantial noncompliance with a permanency plan, persistent conditions, and mental incompetence. The juvenile court also found that termination was in the best interest of the child. The mother appeals. We reversed the trial court in part and affirm in part. This kind of, people have talked, we do know Candace has heart problems.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say something real quick. This is something that people don't know. And she shared something with me because she knew my story. People say that it's not important for me to share what happened to me. Candace opened up to me about what happened to her. And I guarantee you won't hear
And
that.
that takes a lot for Candace to do that.
Yes. And I had never heard her do that with anybody else. Yes.
Right.
And it had, I'm not going to put her business out there, but the brother of Grandis is an evil person. And she's been through a lot.
She's been through a lot. A lot.
In that driveway and grabbed me and talked to me one day about it. So when people say that I shouldn't share my story or somebody shouldn't share their story, they can all go get.
Exactly. Because your story, if it helps one person, then, that's great. My dad was an addiction specialist. So.
Dude, it's just crazy how people act over. They're like, oh, you're doing this you want pity and you want this. No, actually, I want to help people. And if that even helps somebody like Candace Wells to maybe move away, maybe that's why she drinks like she has since the boys have been born. Maybe that's why she drinks at 5 o'clock every day and has to get faced to go to bed at night.
It's it was 9 o'clock at night.
Do what?
She didn't start drinking until 9 at night.
She told us.
Until after the boys, then she drank whenever. But before that, she didn't drink until like 9 o'clock at night.
Well, we witnessed a few times up there that even without the kids there, she wouldn't start till even 6 o'clock at night.
Yeah, well, I know that whenever the kids were there.
I'm just saying that's even with them not there. That's pretty. She's still trying to.
During the day, she wasn't drinking.
And she will not drive. She will not.
No.
Like Don offered me a beer, and he was just being nice, I guess, and because he had come in from work, and whenever I took the wheelchair up there to her, and she was like, no, don't be trying to give her alcohol. She's driving. So
they were trying to get her to go get Don's truck that night when he got his DUI. Yeah. They were trying to set her up to go get the vehicle.
Yep.
They were, and she would not drive.
Nope, she won't. She will not.
That's just, that's something too that people didn't know about.
I took cigarettes to her, because she, couldn't, she wouldn't drive. I smoke, so I know. I kind of know what she's going through, but I don't even know how to explain that. I know where my child is.
This is like
I had that pace.
I want to make it very clear too. I'm not we are not taking her side. There's been time we've got very, very upset with that woman because she treated us like straight shit. She does not appreciative of anything. She never said thank you of anything anybody tried to do to help find her daughter. And I couldn't understand why she was like, maybe she doesn't know how to say thank you. Maybe I don't believe that though. I think people know how to say thank you. I don't care how
I feel like
how hard you are
or how you've been raised.
Yeah.
You know what gratitude is.
And you would just think that in that situation that you would be more thankful that for anything that you've ever been thankful for in your life, you know? So how would you not say thank you?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and Don did a few times, but Don, for the longest time, he didn't even know what people were doing around him, and he was like, "Oh, y'all are doing that here." I'm like, "No, we just talked about it to you like 50 times, Don." And
Yeah.
that's what aggravated me with stuff, because he really was. When the stuff about his sisters came out, that's all he focused on. Truth is the truth.
Every time that, like, he'd come in and, I'd say, "How are you?" or whatever. And he'd say, "I was just trying to figure out who took my daughter." He always said that. Always.
Who said that?
Dawn?
No, Mary Owens, stop defending this couple. You aren't helping. Well, Mary Owens, here, you take this link and you come up here and you tell me what facts we have to condemn anybody.
Right.
And you tell me what you have that would stand up in a court of law right now. Besides the fact, the obvious, that, she didn't go to her visits. They didn't go to their, she might be doing her substance abuse counseling now.
And she might be seeing the boys now.
Bet you she won't come up here. You stop defending. You stop defending everybody else that would rather throw stones at people than to stop and wait a minute and say, "Hey, let's see what the truth is."
Information.
Y'all would shit on yourself if Don Sherfy Jr. ended up being the one who did it all, wouldn't you? No, they would say, "No, it's all right, because I still believe they deserved it." That's what people would say.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Well, there's been so many people that have said, and I remember this very vividly in the beginning, people saying, "Well, even if it comes out that it was somebody else and somebody else gets charged and they admit to it, I still believe Dawn and Candace are guilty."
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I've heard.
Barbie on the West Coast, I promise you come here and I can show you where children get put in homes worse than the Wells daily.
Yeah.
Most of the time, they don't even get taken out.
Yes, that is. Oh gosh, that is so true.
And look,
right now, Tennessee, this county's giving them to anybody that'll take them. That'll foster a kid. I've got a friend that she just took him forward, like emergency, and she's probably going to adopt him. And they didn't go through any kind of fostering stuff.
It's true. And what if it all came down to, let's ask ourselves this. What if it came down to it and you have these parents that don't fit in around any of those people up there, and what if it was, let's just say hypothetically, we have a multitude of people that acted on something, and if it ever came out in the wash and it's this person, except for Don and Candace, what would you say then? Well, Don still did that to his sisters, and yes, if he did that, then he needs to go face justice for it. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about Summer right now. And
right.
We're saying
there's no proof that he ever did anything to her.
There is none.
No hard.
And it was
20 years stayed out of trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it come out and tell it then, because it took all the focus off of Summer.
It's true. It did. It took the investigation a different route. That's why, when they ask people, there's a camp that defends a certain person to the very end, and you know what? That my name hasn't been mentioned, and I've called them out. They won't even call us back, and we actually found things that were close to the Wells property that could have been potential evidence. And why the hell law enforcement didn't take any efforts to try to do something about it, I'll never understand. Why was it that Carly Trent's case was taken so seriously and this one wasn't? Is it because Carly Trent has a aunt that is related to Lawson? Did y'all know that? Yeah, very close.
Yeah.
Did you know that the guy that allegedly, uh, well, the guy that has been charged with Carly's kidnapping took an Alford plea? Do you know what an Alford plea is? It's where they do not plead guilty. They will say, "I will do the time, but I will not say I'm guilty of this."
Because there's potentially enough evidence that they could be convicted, right?
There,
Is it?
it could be, but it's actually um, there's the if y'all ever seen the documentary the staircase.
Yeah, the staircase.
That guy did years and years in prison, and he ended up taking an Alford plea because the state did not want to say they were wrong.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, look, and then when we find out after that with Carly Trent's case that the doctor, somebody argued me on that.
I know.
The doctor, I don't know if he did the grape kit or if he was a part of it or if he did this or he was her pediatrician, and he is a convicted pedophile now on 2 teenage boys.
And he didn't get did he even get jail time?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I think he got I thought he got a lot of probation, but no jail time.
Yeah, and look, people, if we want to sit here and be real with ourselves, you can sit on these other channels all day in the chat and we can lie to ourselves and say that we have this and have this and have this. It's all opinions. It's all opinions. We have no hard facts of nothing. Until you show me a piece of paper that said that there was a CPS investigation leading up to or after, we don't have that. Now let's show it out there. I believe Jody Sue might know a lot more than what that she's leading on, and maybe she's not guilty of hurting a child, but that woman likes to see people's demise. She likes to see.
Yeah, she does. She really does.
Karma's a bitch, and it's coming back on her right now.
You want to know a story? That eye doctor was my eye doctor from the time I was 9 years old until I was 18.
What?
This one.
Yep, that's true.
He was. Never mind.
Let me see here. Now let's throw everything we got. Seriously, we're gonna have a lot of people that get mad about this, but you know what? Get mad. I'm gonna say where the facts are, because at the end of the day, I know that and it's not about what I've said to them or about them. People are like, well, why didn't you do this on your channel about Don and Candace? Because I didn't call them out on anything till I had proof that they lied about something. I sat back and listened. Now, when they lied, we called them out on their lies. It's irrefutable. They can't dispute it. But I can also know that we didn't crucify, slander, put our own hateful beliefs towards people because we didn't like the way either one they looked, the way the house looked, the way they lived, because we don't understand them. We do. We understand because we've seen people around here that live like that. And actually, I've graduated with some very good friends that grew up way worse, and they're doing good for themselves now. And they had a happy home. The people that took me in when I was 14 years old didn't have a pot to piss in, and they took me in. But my mom put me out and had money. So, that maybe it doesn't make it right. Maybe people have to put the shoe on the other foot sometimes. But anyway, I'm not getting into that. All I can say is, I'll go toe-to-toe with anybody. Come up here on this panel, I'll go toe-to-toe with you on case actual facts. I've done it before with people. They don't want to do it.
It's not our place to judge.
No.
It's not my place anyway. Because, Lord, what I've done in the past. not
We've
proud of
seen
myself.
more law enforcement get busted with pedophilia crimes since Summer has went missing all around her, all the people around that hill, and people will still not say, hey, there might be something going on there that could just be a straight cover up when all these people are coming from Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. And I don't want to get into it. People are like, so there was another creator who said, the corruption. Do you think there's corruption everywhere? I'm like, did you call it out? I say, how would you like to live in that county? Now, when you call the police next time, you watch and see how that officer's staring at your small child, and then you see if you're happy with it. Because now it's sad that we have to pay attention to shit like that.
Yep. Y'all, there was 2 times. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But there was like 2 times that I went to Candace's house, and I live like, oh gosh, I'm like 26 minutes away, and I have to go to.
You cut out. Are you there? She'll come back. Then you got traffickers, but you have big gangs. Look, where the interstate runs through there, it's a hub for drugs, gangs, trafficking in general. But where do you think biggest payoffs come from? Cartels to law enforcement to let them get through. And I'm not telling you how I know that, but I know that. Glitter Bomb says, what bullshit? On what? You there?
Yeah, it looked like y'all went out. I don't know.
No, we're still here.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, y'all know how the internet is. I don't know over here in Churchill, so.
Farmers to Win says, cracking cases, were you able to take a photo of the footprint on the neighbor's land that Ellie missed it first? They didn't miss it. They got them. We
never saw those.
We never saw them because you got to understand, we didn't get involved out in the area till September. Those prints were found on the 19th.
Yeah, June 19th.
June 19th.
I have a hard time believing that I don't know why, but I just can't believe that they think that was Summer's footprint.
You don't think so?
No, I mean, because I don't remember if I don't think it had rained. I'm pretty sure it hadn't during that time.
Do what? You're cutting out. Hold on. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're trying to call me. Sorry. Crap, I lost my train of thought.
What was that? Footprint.
Oh, footprint. Yeah, I don't. The way that the land is out there, I just don't see how you're gonna see a footprint. I noticed the other day. Now it is so grown up over there that if somebody comes out of them woods, they're gonna knock all the like grass and stuff down, and you're gonna notice that. But how are you gonna see a little footprint? I don't know, y'all. I just don't see it.
So what happened was they were out there. The foot searchers had already been out there, and they had been looking. Foot searchers. Yeah. Then they brought the dogs in. When they brought the dogs in, the dogs hit on the footprint as it being Summer scent. Then after the dogs hit there, they noticed the footprint, and that's how they found the footprints.
Okay.
Yeah, and they hit on 2 properties. One was on Mr. What's this? No. The other
Phillips.
Mr. Phillips property, and the other one was on Sharfie's. Or Mary
I
Six.
mean, so both of them was like pretty much just like down the hill.
Yeah, my brother.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I saw the pictures that y'all posted, and I was like, why did we not go to that?
Come up, Taylor. Come up here for a minute. Here, I'll drop the link for you, buddy.
And yes, Morristown is close to Rogersville.
This is my brother. Wait till y'all see see the resemblance. Here's the link, brother.
Come on to Morristown.
Yeah, he's doing some good stuff. He was an extra in The Walking Dead.
Police have
really cool.
Denied the footprints nor confirmed them. They have been completely silent on them. Take that as you will.
Come on, Taylor. You better take that link.
Was that Allie? Was that like you saying that, or was that? Did you read somebody's comment?
What about the
foot?
Somebody asked if they had ever confirmed the footprints.
Oh, okay.
And no, they've never confirmed them. But
Ronnie Lawson ain't gonna confirm a damn thing.
Well, that's what we've seen. They've not put out any actual facts, really, other than the red truck being possibly seen.
I thought y'all were there that day, Cam. Which day crimes have consequences? Which day? Ronnie Lawson is the law. You better get out of bed really quick. What are you, 97?
No,
he's my younger brother.
No,
that's what I'm talking about.
The evidence was not around where the footprints were. That the motorcycles ran over. That's not where the footprints were found.
I'd never talked about that today. That was something else we found. We had found multiple things.
Yeah.
Multiple things.
Where the motorcycles ran over, that wasn't found where the footprints were. And we were not there with the footprints when they were found. That was the first week of June. And we didn't go out there till September.
My name is Ronnie Lawson.
Oh my gosh, stop.
I am the long-armed of Lawson.
Oh my gosh.
I am the law, son.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just playing. I'll quit. Okay, let me look right here. I got some other pictures I gotta pull up, and then
Yeah, Mr. Phillips is the one that he got on social media and was talking about the footprints being found. That's how everybody found out about those. Well, that's apparently how some people found out about those. I don't think everybody picked up on that in the very beginning.
I believe there is lots of
Sylvia,
hidden secrets in Beach Creek that they don't want found.
Sylvia Smith, from what we were told, yes.
What? Yeah, crimes and consequences. Yeah, let me find them.
I can't see chat, so I don't know what y'all were talking about. I'm like so lost. Oh, here.
Talking about the campsite pics. I have to take everything off my Google Drive and save it to a thumb drive. So
Equifax came in the night that the footprints were found. They weren't the ones that found them. They came in that night. If you recall, Cam's talked about this when they first talked to Dave Rader when he was on what was that channel that he was on? Dave Rader.
Duty Ron.
Yeah, Duty Ron. Sorry.
Hello, Christine. Are you there? Christine Boyce.
Well, until Christine gets here.
No, hi.
I'm sorry. My volume was down. I couldn't hear. I was wondering. I asked Andy about the footprints and if he remembered if it rained a couple days before. You know, the lightning video of summer.
Mm-hmm.
And he couldn't remember, but other people in the chat, some people said yes, some people said no.
It was a heat.
We can go back and look and see, if it rained. Well, not necessarily, I don't guess, because the way it rains around here.
I don't think it did.
Spotty.
The heat
I
wave.
don't remember it raining.
Okay.
Okay, because I was wondering if that could have helped the footprint appear. You know.
This is my brother.
Oh man.
What's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
You doing all right? Were you in bed at 97 years old? Yeah. I'm just playing.
Dude, yeah. No, we just finally got the little girl.
Where did you
sleep.
Yeah, you're a new
She's
dad.
so cute.
Oh,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you.
So people that don't know, me and Taylor, we have the same biological father. We didn't know each other existed till I was 16, and you were.
Gosh, let's see. I'm 30 now. How old are you?
30, be 36 in December.
Yeah. So dang. Yeah.
Oh wow! I thought you were joking about him being your brother. Like, everybody says, "Oh, that's my brother."
No, he really is.
Y'all look alike.
Yeah. What everybody has said, and we have have a brother that was in between us, Cody, and he passed away not a while back. But how long has that been now? 3 2
He's been gone for let's see, me and Paige has almost been together 3 years. So yeah, almost 3 years.
It's crazy. I had a hard time with that, man.
Yeah, it was wild, dude. Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Logan, dude, you've met him, haven't you?
Yeah.
Same path.
Yeah.
No, we hope not.
Wait,
Hope not, is what I'm saying.
No. Oh yeah.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to take away from the discussion, but you were close, right?
What's that?
You were close to
Morristown.
Yeah, so that was crazy. Like, we posted that video showing that we were up there, and then someone actually commented saying that we were close to where Summer Wells went missing. I was like, wow, I've got a brother who's like big onto that case and does I was like, it's just wild how that just come about. And I was like, I'll be dang. I didn't know if they were telling the truth or not, but
dude, there was some weird stuff there. I was asked to come on some channels like on Bigfoot Odyssey and stuff to talk about this case, because there was some weird people were trying, like people from on the Bigfoot side were putting stuff, because there's diehards, guys. I'm telling you, like, we experienced something too. Like, I don't know what it was, and I know you've experienced all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, especially the property world. It's insane.
I think my internet's bad, but yeah, dude, like, it's her up there. They have like the rumors of the Tennessee Wild. There was another child that went missing in the 50s that was not even a mile away from where Summer went missing.
Oh wow.
Yeah, checked. 8 hours later, she comes out walking out of the woods 11 miles away.
That is insane. See, I believe stuff like that. I really do.
Yeah, same. And we know the missing 411 stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's unexplainable. Some things, like, we just won't ever have answer to, but we also have corruption really bad in this county over here that we're dealing with. So it's been rough, man. It's been a rough case, and we wanted to move on, but this case is right here in our backyard, and we got, we dug into this one, and we didn't know that it was going to go this as far as what it went.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to come on your side over there and
No, I wish we had went to that. If I'd known that was going on, I didn't know till I saw on your Facebook.
Yeah.
I was like, dang it, Camden.
So they're actually having another one up there, I'm pretty sure, in April that they want us to kind of come up there and do also. So I'll be up in that way around, I think, at the end of April. They want to have like the second one that soon. So I was like, heck yeah, we'll do it for sure.
Are they doing one in Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg again?
I'm not. I think that one happened already a couple months ago.
Usually in July, I think.
Yeah. We went to the one the year before that, but yeah, we didn't go back to that one this year, which we've been busy. Like, we've got a couple things that, like, I guess are pretty big deal happening right now, so we wasn't able to go to that when we were filming for something, and then now we're just waiting.
Who'd you have? You got to tell me. Who's your guest?
What's that?
Who did you say you had some pretty big guests?
No,
Well, we're actually
filming.
Yeah. We're filming, and we were filming at a haunted courthouse. So that show is going to be more on like paranormal stuff. So, and then so that's what we've got going on. Then we've got like a documentary crew coming now. We've been busy, so we hadn't been able to do as many cons as we wanted to. There's been a couple in Tennessee that we had to like actually turn down because of this, but we're trying to. We're done right now for film.
Tell everybody where you were an extra on.
Oh yeah, The Walking Dead. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So it blew my mind. Like my guys and my crew were like, "Hey, put out that you were in The Walking Dead up here at this festival." Even the festival guys were like that, and I was like, "Nah, I don't really do that. I kind of make fun of people that do that because I'm like, you're an extra. Dude, I did it, and there was like 50 people wanting my autograph, taking pictures and everything, like not even counting their Bigfoot side of stuff. And dude, it was they really
It'd be like, Camden, go lay your fat ass near that fence and don't move, bro.
Dude. I was like, I'll be dang. Yeah, it was wild. It was wild. That was a fun time though.
Yeah, I'd say it was, man. Y'all are when you come closer down, we're gonna have to meet up. You're gonna have to meet mine, and I'll meet you. I don't talk about the kids much on this because
I don't blame you. Yeah. I don't blame you. That's how I can. What's that?
I said we'll get up with each other soon. We have to. We've been planning on it, man, and
100%.
Thank you for coming on, man. Let's do a show together soon. Let's talk about stuff.
Yes, y'all do that, please. That'd be so interesting.
I just did the Genesis 6 conspiracy. You know about it?
No, I'll have to look into that.
The giants and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's that goes off of one of our things, but yeah, we can definitely do a show and talk about that in the future.
The Nephilim.
Yeah, the Nephilim, and people think that we're crazy when we talk about it, but if you really look into it, I mean, it's all there in fine print.
Scott Carpenter, man, that's who I was trying to remember. Scott Carpenter's really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's plan on doing that soon.
Okay.
Call me.
Okay, I will. Take it easy, y'all. Nice talking to you.
Good talking to you. See you, buddy.
Nice meeting you.
My brother, everybody. So, yeah, we have, as you can see, we're still building a relationship with each other. It's been
and we live in different states, so that makes it hard.
Yeah, I'm the oldest of all of us.
All of them.
So, yeah, but
here, I'm getting his link to put in the chat.
So our father, their biological father, he passed away too. He had lung cancer at how old was he? 38?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
wow.
A lot of tragedy on that side of the family. And maybe when he comes on, we'll talk a lot about some stuff, and that'll be good. But anyway, yeah, somebody said y'all could really be twins.
Y'all could. You really could.
You guys should see his other brother, the one that passed away. They looked a lot alike.
Pull up a picture of him. Here, I'm going to find these pictures of the campsite.
I have a cat over here like, love me.
Okay. I think I found him. That cat is so weird.
She's so weird. We love her.
She's a...
It's all three of our cats. They make bird noises for some reason.
Bird noises.
So we found also a poaching dumping ground, which was... Okay, so this is... I'll share some of this stuff. This This right here I'm going to show you is where I was showing you where we found the black mat and where the hills separated over to go over to Ben Hill. So that's how thick where we were at. That's back in there. Let me see.
Yeah, I screenshotted those whenever you showed them one time and then blew them up so I could like see them.
Yeah.
They've got signs over there. I'll have to send them to you. That said, it says some are 1 year too long, and
what happened there? Hold on.
who is that? Sam Woods?
Yeah, I have. That was one of the guys that searched with us early on.
Oh, okay.
I got rid of him very fast because he did some big no-nos.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go show where you search at early on because if somebody does,
if you show that you cleared an area, then there's potential for people to go out and move things.
Exactly.
So if they see that that's been cleared.
Here we go, guys. Show him real quick. Do you want to show him? This is my other brother.
It's hard to see on my phone. But yeah.
He was my age. We were the same age.
Yeah. Not twins.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he passed away. What did he say? 3 years?
Yeah, it was the day before our wedding anniversary 3 years ago.
Oh, he does. Look, it looks like a skinny version of Cam.
Yeah.
Here's this.
Now, one of Cam's brothers.
I didn't mean that bad, Cam. I just mean.
No, you're good. I understand. Most of the time, I'm getting told that I'm too skinny. So.
Yeah. One of Cam's other brothers, though, on the other side, they look nothing like him.
Show him.
Logan?
Show Logan. Yeah, this is going to be like a 2-part series because we got a lot of stuff and I don't have enough time to do it all tonight. Dude, look at this drone right here, this technology. Look at the camera on the front of that thing. Right there's the gray shed with the basement on it, everybody. That is the bait. Oh, shit. There's that that's the drones that we were using. That's one of the other ones. Okay. Yeah, that one guest, she didn't have to calm down.
Yeah, right there.
Here you go.
So that's his other brother, one of them. He doesn't look like him. But then your littlest brother, you look like too. So
yeah,
your littlest brother.
Yeah, that's my
middle.
If y'all are like Cam, it'll be interesting. Listen, we're gonna finish this up. I'm gonna find some stuff, get more organized for the rest of the other stuff. Thank y'all for watching tonight. We dropped a couple bombshells. I've got some more for you. We'll do part 2 tomorrow night. Appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all. Thank you, Amy Luhu, for coming up here.
Well, thank you for having me.
A Viking Media Paranormal. I will email you back. Thank you, Jaded, for staying. Thank you. I played the 5th. I want a drone, but I'm also afraid I would crash into the trees. Same here.
That was not Donwell's son. It's a picture. That was Keeman's brother. Thank you.
Who said that?
I don't know. I just happened to see it go by. Hunted coyotes right down there.
Oh God! Now they're gonna say that that's Dawn's son.
No.
That look nothing. That oh my goodness. Oh well, people's. I don't know what's wrong with people.
Is that
All right,
was that
guys.
Dawn?
I'll talk to y'all later.
Okay.
I'll email you my number or something. Are we still on?
Go ahead.
But I'll email you my number, and there's some stuff I didn't want to I didn't want to say on here.
We're still live. We'll talk about it. Just email.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'll talk to y'all later. Right. Everybody have a good night. Thanks. Bye.
My goodness.
That cat is knocking over everything.
She's going crazy. Okay, look at her now. She's going to go crazy again. Here, can you put her out?
All right, guys, that's all we got tonight. Look,
I'll hold her.
We appreciate it. Let's pray. Let's get out of here. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for what you do. Thank you for letting my brother be a guest. But first and foremost, we pray that these cases get solved. We ask that these children get to come to a loving family. At the end of the day, it's not our place to judge. Those are their parents, and if they love them, they love them. It's not our place. It's it's people out there have jobs to place children and where they need to be and where they're safest at. And we just ask that, we can have faith in at least that part of the system. It seems that we lose faith in every, a little bit more every day. If it's not law enforcement, it's this and it's that. Lord, we just ask for these children to be, just safe and sound above all else. God, we ask all these things in your mighty name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, guys. Remember, at the end of the day, everybody wants justice.
But justice doesn't have to be carried out with hate.
It's a very fun stream for me. And until next time, keep on cracking. God bless.
See ya.
Beep.